Hello, it is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for this Moon Astrology Tarot. This time for the moon in Leo. This is July 7th through the 9th. And here's what I'm feeling about this Leo situation. Leo opposes Aquarius, so they work on the same axis. And while we're still in Cancer season, we got Mercury in Leo, and Venus will be there shortly. And then, of course, followed by the Sun by the 21st. But what we're also experiencing is planets aspecting the North and the South node. So the North node in Aries, which is all about independence, interdependence, and the South node, which is codependence, dependence, and renegotiations, realignments, alliances, things like that. And so as planets move into Leo, Leo is the courageous lion, right? And Aquarius is humanity. And so what I'm feeling with, particularly with Mercury present in Leo, is having the courage to speak your limitations or speak what you're really not feeling is going the way you want it to go in your life, whatever that is, right? Maybe it's your relationship, and having or your job or whatever, having the courage or having the wherewithal to speak, this isn't working for me. This is why it's not working for me. This is why I don't communicate with you, or I don't connect with you, or whatever. Or, if it's your romantic partner, maybe it's, hey, this is not working. The life that we're living, the lifestyle, what we're doing is not really what I want. And I really want to try something else. I want to, whatever it is. And what I want to say here is, because we have Saturn and Neptune now in retrograde, albeit not really moving, but they've stationed retrograde. It may not be an action-oriented forward momentum, but having the courage to actually say it out loud to your partner, to your boss, to your coworkers, to, whoever you're working with, or, family members, or, whatever, maybe even saying it to yourself, but just verbalizing it out loud. Sometimes just saying it to yourself, like and this could go also with, if you are working with a coach or a service provider or a psychotherapist, this could also be that too, is, having the courage to say verbally out loud. That's why I'm saying this could even be to yourself, about yourself. Like, hey, I really don't like that you're not getting in your, workouts. I really don't like that you're eating crap food, whatever the case may be, right? That could even be to yourself. And then you have this opportunity to kind of be with it, take it in, and your partner or your coworker has the opportunity to take that in. And maybe renegotiations can happen and maybe not. But if you never say out loud what you're not liking in a situation, it's just going to continue to go the same way, right? And that's like the definition of insanity, right? It's never going to change if you don't say what you're feeling you want to change, or you want to see changed in whatever situation we're talking about. And so I really encourage you to, have the self composure, maybe even self-dignity, depending on your situation, self-respect, the integrity within yourself, to be specific with your words and be courageous with your words, to speak what's not aligning, what's not working. This could also be like speaking your limitations. whatever those may be, and having like the vulnerability to say that. Otherwise, with this Moon in Leo, like, I mean, this could get very egoic, and, you know, people could kind of, you know, hold their ego ground, and they don't want to change and all of those things. And that's, you know, decisions get to be made at that point, depending on, like I said, depending on your situation, your circumstances. But that's what I feel like, you know, we're kind of at, you know, Cancer season's kind of the halfway point in the year. And you know, we're stepping into, we've got 3 planets retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde shortly. And eventually Uranus and Jupiter as well. And Pluto will retrograde back into Capricorn. So we're going to have these opportunities for a good chunk of the rest of this year to really be in reflection and practice expressing what we're reflecting, what we're feeling, and all of those sorts of things. So that's what I feel for this Moon in Leo. You know, we're coming off of that Cancer new moon, and I feel like with the really introspective time and space that we are experiencing, like, you're gaining something from that. Something's hitting you that's really opening up something for you. But in order to change it and have it go a different way, you've got to be willing to talk about it. Whether that's to yourself or whomever else is involved that needs to be in on the conversation. And so, yeah, opening up, you know, expressing, whatnot. I actually really like this time and space, as much as I maybe joke about it or like about it, like it's slowed down and all of that. And I'm not really a fan of that, but I also think that it's good because it gives us that opportunity to take the time to be in these spaces of, you know, choosing to verbalize, choosing to make different decisions, have it go a different way. You know, you can always reinvent yourself. And there's no age limit here. As long as you're still here and functioning as a human in this human experience, there's an opportunity to make a change. We got the Chariot in reverse. Of course, this is the Enterprise in reverse. Yeah, I think this kind of speaks to that whole, there's not a lot of forward momentum right now. You know, there's no white knight on a chariot with white horses. Like, it's not happening right now. And it's okay that it's not happening right now, because there's something still there for you to explore, for you to feel into, for you to, you know, experience, fulfill, before the next big thing. And I think that's kind of hard for us to take sometimes. Sometimes we really want the change to happen. And, you know, social media makes it look so simple, right? But just remember, social media is media at the end of the day. It's an illusion. And just because people put, you know, just because somebody has, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of followers does not mean shit. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I know somebody who has, I know a few people who have YouTube channels with subscribers in the tens of thousands, and they aren't monetized. I know people who have, you know, tens of thousands, if not millions, of social media followers, and they, you know, post all the time on social media, and it looks like they have this glamorous life. They don't. If you think about it like this too. If you ever watch like family vloggers or something like that, those people make it look good on camera, but think about how much of that they have to like force or script, because maybe, you know, because that's their bread and butter, but it's not actually like for real how their life is. And if you actually really follow them, you can tell that like their life is not what they project on the internet. So don't ever let people on social media make you feel like they're the end all be all. I think one of the hardest things for me being a woman in my mid 40s is like you can't find any maybe I'm just searching for the wrong thing, but I can't find anybody in their mid 40s doing fitness stuff with curves, with rolls. Like, I don't need to do a hardcore workout, but I do want to keep fit and keep moving. And I also don't necessarily want to follow somebody's like drastic weight loss journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those are very inspirational. I'm very proud of people who are able to take those major life changes and do the major weight loss. But what I'm saying is people who are kind of like me, like, you know, who want to work out and want to share our fitness, but we're not like trying to get a six pack or trying to get flat abs or you know, we're not trying to do extraordinary things. We just want to be fit. Like, where's the ladies out there doing that in their mid 40s? Like, I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody, but at the same time, like I got fitness goals and I want to keep going after them, you know, but I don't see fitness social media doing that. And maybe they're not. But anywho, so I think it's the same for like anything, right? Like we see people online that have like these massive followings. How do you get that? Honestly, do you, I think I've said that before. Like, do you want that big of a following? Like, do you want to have to answer 500 comments a day? I don't. I love answering comments on my videos. I love encouraging people to comment on my videos. But like, I don't need to be an influencer. I don't need to be doing that. I think I'm too real for that kind of shit anyway, so. Anywho, but what I'm saying to that is that if you are trying to model your life after other people on social media or celebrities or whatever, that's not realistic. And most of us don't want to actually be that hefty in what we do, right? I love what I do, and I'd rather have an intimate audience that is here because I do Star Trek Tarot, because I, you know, whatever, because you love what I do versus, you know, people who are looking for me as an astrologer to solve their problems. I'm not here to do that shit. No, I'm a coach. My background is coaching. So anyway, I don't know. I hope that made some sense. Let's see what's up with the self-care for this moon in Leo. I feel like there's some people that are about to have some major life changes. I have been saying that for a while, I know, but it's what I'm feeling right now. Just with the way these transits are playing out and what I'm seeing happening in people's lives around me. Well, you know, it's a Leo moon. Why shouldn't the self card be sex? Okay, so I also want this to, you know, obviously this could be about literally having sex. Okay, there's that. But if you're single and you don't do that, you know, or maybe this is, hey, you know what? Maybe this is it. Like you are in a relationship and y'all ain't done it for a long time. Maybe this is an opportunity to have that conversation about having sex and why you are or are not doing it. You know, legit, right? We all need that kind of intimacy in our lives to some degree or another. And so whether, you know, we're humans, it's part of our nature. However, what I will also say to this is sexual energy is the lower vibration of the sacral chakra. The higher vibration of the sacral chakra is creativity, and being a visionary. And so perhaps this is, also something where you finding your passion. Leo is about passion that turns you on, right? I've talked about this before. finding passions that turn you on. Maybe not in a video, maybe it was with a couple clients, I don't know. But this is, if you're, like if we make this plain and simple about a romantic relationship, and Leo is romance, it's passion, it's pleasure, it's play, all of those things. And where is this going? Hold on, give me a sec, hang on, because this was coming through the other night. I remember thinking this the other night, feeling this the other night. When we are feeling what, like if you're doing self-discovery and you're feeling into what your passion project or your pleasure project is, like I've heard this talked about before with some entrepreneurs, that like they want their entrepreneurship to feel orgasmic. They want it to like turn them on and just make them want to get up and do it, like no matter how tired they are, right? And I feel like that's what this is kind of pointing to, is like, if your life is not making you feel turned on, like there's some question marks there. If and it's communication with your partner, coworker, whoever, right? Because and we all have this fear around doing something that makes us feel that happy, that satisfied, that fulfilled, right? Whether, whatever it is. And I feel like this Leo energy opposite this Aquarius energy, this Pluto in Aquarius, is this space to dig into of really what does make you feel pleasure or pleasured, or fulfilled, or what makes you feel like you want to be like lovey-dovey with it. I don't know why that term was coming through, but whatever, I think you get my point. Like, so if we think about sex being the lower octave of the sacral chakra and the higher octave is creativity, they are the same energy center of our body. And so, that's where why this chariot is reversed, is because so many of us are not feeling fulfilled sexually or creatively. And so I really love that, actually, for this moon in Leo, because I feel like with so many of it, like, you're forcing yourself to be in a slump because of your relationship, because of your job, because of where you live or whatever. But really, that's all circumstantial. And the reality is not everybody's gonna go where you're going, and you got to be okay with that. And that is a really hard, it's a hard, hard road. I've been there plenty of times. And it's worth letting the old stuff go to have a whole different life, and to feel that good about your life, that it feels orgasmic, it feels stimulating, it feels fulfilling, right? So, okay, that's what I got for this moon in Leo. I really love that. So of course, links below if you would like to book a reading with me. Links below if you'd like to buy me a coffee. The video for the Cancer season, sun and rising signs, and the 2024 practical tools video, all are below if you would like to check any of those out. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, all of those things. I appreciate you. Comment if you want, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye for now.